Hey, you see the title? Will they? When is this offense going to jail? Let's talk about it. Let's get started, folks. Welcome to the show.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, hey, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect me. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Welcome back. Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. This is your host, your couch writer, Raven Jermaine Lockett. What's going on with you? We got a lot of people in the room already. I appreciate y'all coming through. For those of y'all first timers, if you're just looking at this as you just scroll through your YouTube feed and you're not looking at it live, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. Join us live. We do it on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:45 Central, 9:45 Eastern. Do the math. Hit the bell, and that way you can go ahead and show up and be part of the fun as it goes down. So, business as usual. I want to say give it a shout out. Let's see exactly how many subscribers we have today. I'm not sure. Maybe we lost one, maybe we gained one. Let's talk about it. Okay, we are sitting at 1,188 subs. Thank you for coming through. And thank you for the three that's in the room right now. So let's get it. Let's go. Go find the other ones and bring them all here. Share the link on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever. Just make sure that they can get up in this room. Let's see who made it in the room first. Lisa, I think she was like 20 minutes early. She said, look, she already read the title. She's always ready to jump right in. She says, hey, Jermaine and Cam, believe you me, it's the first game of the season. We will get into it for sure. I don't know if y'all can see this properly, whatever. Yeah, we're rocking the B. We're rocking the B today. Had to get the chain on or whatever, you know. When I was deployed, we call it the hoe chain. But yeah, good times. All right, who else is here? Lisa has another comment. She says, please tap the like button or Jermaine or Cameron won't be too happy. Thank you. Thank you so much for mentioning that. I got three people in the room so far. If I can get 3 likes, I really appreciate it. Let's see who's here. I think it's Delicious in the building. What's good, man? Hope everything's going well with y'all. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. Today, this show might be a little short. Couch Rider is definitely drained. Drained so much that we're going to be researching things together on the show. We're going to talk things out and talk about this schedule. And then we'll talk about some of the things the obstacles that could be in the way from stopping this offense from gelling. But before we do that, we've already thanked you for being here today. But we owe you your motivational moments. That moment is, let me pull it up. Where'd it go? There it is. The most beautiful people we have known are those we have known defeat, or who have defeat, have known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of those depths. Comes from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I'm gonna read that one more again. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of those depths. If you're not struggling, you're not progressing. If you're at a point in your life to where things are comfortable, if you're comfortable, you're not growing. I always think about it like with Goku and Vegeta. They never got comfortable. And I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z. Yes, I'm talking about, for those of you who are Dragon Ball Z fans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They wanted to be the best at what they did, at their craft, at fighting, at being the best fighter they could possibly be, and the best Super Saiyan or whatever they could possibly be. And they just kept reaching past these depths that everybody thought was impossible. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, you're not part of the Saiyan royalty, so you can't actually reach these depths. And they continued to push past what they were currently comfortable at. They didn't get comfortable. They just continued to grow and be one of the best fighters are two of the best fighters in the universe because they saw their goals and they knew that they were going to fail trying to reach some of this. Sometimes their life was on the line. Sometimes they did struggle to the point of actually death and then came back. I don't know how that works out in real life. I know we can't do that, but make sure that you are in the struggle so that you can progress. You're not struggling, you're not progressing. Time to get uncomfortable so that you can have those comforts of life that you so much enjoy. All right, so that is your motivational moment today. And Delicious has a point. He says we got to get our guys to 1,200 to get us to 1,200, please. So that really is like some homework for y'all. If y'all can get people to come through, check out the show, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and smack the bell, then we're going to continue to grow. So I can push it so far. Camru can push it on his channel. But honestly, it's for those people who have testimonies of how much fun we have here. If you can share that to someone and invite them into the room and let them know, like, you're going to have a good time. We're going to have fun. But we need them in here with us. So I appreciate it. Lisa's like, yo, make 1,200 plus. Yes, absolutely. We just got to keep going. And, I ain't in no rush. I enjoy having the room that we have because it's just it's a lot of fun. DBZ, greatest anime of all time. Facts. Absolute 100% facts. I really did enjoy that show. We used to get out of school to, I probably cut out of class a little bit early in high school to go to the Suncoast store to pick up the VHS tapes. I'm telling them how old I am right now. The VHS tapes to go get the series or whatever series was out. And at the time when I was in high school, it was the Frieza series was just now coming out, or it might have like sophomore year, probably like Frieza series came out, and that was like, what was it, 2000. And then 2001, I think we were just moving over into the Trunks series, and it was hard to keep up after that. I think we got into the Cell a little bit, and then I started watching on my own once I joined the military. That series was amazing. It was great. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Dragon Ball Z, but I could do that all day. We got a celebrity on the show. Y'all go ahead and say what's up to my main man, Engraven Biz. Engraven. He's getting paid now. He's doing his thing. He's up to 66,000, and he's got a great channel. He's gives you a ton of updates. Please make sure that if you're subscribed here, I mean, you already know Engraven. I mean, the dude is amazing. So definitely shout out to Engraven Biz. I appreciate him coming through. He's on top of the world, but yet he still comes down to visit the little people, so we appreciate it. Delicious says, LOL, man, it seemed like we watched Frieza the series for 20 years ago. Or is it? Yeah, Frieza series for 20 years. I loved it though. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And he keeps coming back. It's weird. Like I keep seeing him come back in other anime videos or other Dragon Ball Z videos. Lisa says hello. Everybody's saying what's up to Engraven. Definitely. Camru is working on some stuff for his school, job. So I'm not sure if he's going to join us. He might join us a little late. Not sure, but of course that wild card always comes in. Engraven says, "Hey y'all, what's good?" He's from the South, so y'all is applicable. All right, so let's jump into it. Like I said, it's probably gonna be a little bit short, but we'll get to this thing. Your motivational moment. I'm glad. I hope y'all enjoyed it. There's gonna be times in life when you're gonna feel that struggle, but just know that you're growing. Think about it that whole time, like as you go through it. I'm growing. All right, let's talk about it. At what point do they jail? Now, I mean, I don't know if y'all seen Remember the Titans, but like you saw a bunch of superstars, from multiple races and different diversity backgrounds. It's one of the greatest leadership movies that ever gets made. I'll be honest with you. It's just beautiful how Denzel can bring a team together from different backgrounds, different makeups, and bring them to the Gettysburg Cemetery. I know I'm trying to brag on Denzel, but this is Coach Boone. I mean, it's a true story. But for him to bring them there and say the things that he said to them, to be able to bring them closer together and get them to gel together as a team, I thought was phenomenal. And I think, it's explained on that field. He says, "Gentlemen, two armies met each other here, and over 50,000 of our citizens were killed or injured." He said, "But what came out of the war?" He said, "Lincoln said as a result, our country became one country. If it can happen to one army, it can happen to one team. This is where the Ravens have to figure out how they are going to gel together to become one team. Because right now, we got three celeb type wide receivers. We got one who is always on Instagram posting and has a problem as soon as Eric DeCosta says, "Hey, receiver is an issue. Just heads up." He goes on Twitter, speaks on it, goes on a rant, tears EDC a whole new one, and then goes back into darkness and goes back to work or whatever, which is cool. I'm fine with it. He takes the tweet down, he pops some stuff, and he apologized. Well, he ain't necessarily apologized, but he went back to the grind because he's got something to prove. So we got one diva on the team. Then we got, one guy who likes hanging out in hot tubs with a bunch of dudes and then jumping on boats and dancing and stuff like that. And obviously, we don't need to let him on any airlines because people get unboarded because he got an attitude problem or something along those lines. Just saying, that's another diva. I don't even want to go into Zay. There's a lot of unknown when it comes to Zay, but maybe Engraving can shed some light on this Florida boy as to him possibly being a diva himself. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just comes with the territory. You can't just go in there unconfident at the wide receiver position. You can't just go in and be like, "Yeah, I do all right." No, you got to come in with the swag. You got to come in with the confidence. You got to come in there knowing that you are that guy. But the problem is, there's three guys who believe that they are that guy, and maybe more. I mean, like Joe Flacco did. Joe believed he was that guy and called his shot before he went and won the Super Bowl. Nobody else believed he was that guy. I know I didn't. I'm saying constantly yelling at the TV, "Throw the ball, Joe. Throw the ball. Throw the ball, Joe." And was very frustrated with Joe Flacco's efforts until that 2012 playoff run. So just know that it can be frustrating. Anyway, let's go pay some bills here. Brooks in the building. What's good? You made it before Cam, so good job. He says, man, yeah. And there's just a lot of love going on. I love this. Lisa says, no messing with the Ravens. And then everybody saying, what's up to the celeb in the room? That's cool. Appreciate it. Delish says, I think we need those type of wide receivers. At least we know they want the ball. Absolutely. We know they want the ball. Something just hit me as soon as Brooke hopped in the room and Engraving. I just remembered. I know I got to put a pause on just the football stuff for just a second. And I know my motivational moment was about struggle. Recognize that the struggle is real, and don't ever look at other people's struggle as not a real thing. Reason I bring that up is because we lost a Ravens fan, Purple Rain era, I think, and it was Chuck. Chuck was a family guy. He was a good guy. He had some pretty awesome tweets, and I just saw the tweet, and I didn't think much of it until all of a sudden people started really tweeting it out, and all of a sudden I could see exactly what happened after. Suicide is a real thing. It is affecting people all around the world, and we need that sense of belongingness. We need that sense of love and community, and we have to have that amongst ourselves in Ravens flock, and we also have to have that amongst ourselves with our friends, with our family, with those that we come around. So just make sure that you are constantly checking in on those people. Those tweets, 1 or 2 tweets or something like that may seem like they just seem a little bit off. Ask the question. We got in the military, we talk about ACE. We talk about ask, care, and escort. I think that's something that can be applied out in the civilian world as well. Just ask, see, hey, how you doing? And mean it. Genuinely stick around. Don't go into the conversation and say, just say, hey, how you doing? Care a bit. Hurt with them. And if need be, escort them to the proper place that they need. Don't just tell them, hey, go there. Drive them there. Walk with them there. And talk to them along the way. Get to know them a bit. And guess what? You might make a friend for a lifetime. So rest in peace, Chuck, y'all. Rest in peace, Chuck. Life is tough, folks. All right. So anyway, back to the craziness here. How come every time I come around, you talking mess about just look? Y'all saw it. Look, I'm telling you right now. You take the championship away. Do we have the same love for Joe Flacco? If we take that playoff run away and the championship away? Do you have the same love for Joe Flacco? Because I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I don't have that same love for Joe Flacco because there was a lot of pain within that. Did he need some weapons around him? He had Anquan. He good. He had Pitta. He had a solid team that year. And I'll be honest, Derek Mason worked his butt off for Joe Flacco. I just feel like Joe wasn't an intermediate passer. He was a deep shot type guy, and he could throw up some of those Jameis Winston blanket balls. And when I say blanket, I'm talking about effort balls. He just tossed it up there, and then Anquan would come down with it. But that's neither here nor there. Let's move forward. All right. So Brooks says Flacco showed up in December. He just likes to chill during the season. He tired. He got 40 kids. I mean, they did a little Phillip Rivers during the offseason. That tends to happen. So anyway, we going back into it. So we talked about Boone. We talked about the Ravens. We talked about these wide receivers, whatever. They have that diva in them. But the thing is, diva and dog usually go about the same. They're on the same wavelength for some reason. I watched it with kids playing soccer and playing just any sports in general like that. Some of those respectful, wonderful kids, you're just like, you know what, you can marry my daughter. Some of those kids, they just don't have that dog in them on the field. And then there's the rude kid that you just like wish that you could put in timeout yourself or whatever, put them paws on them. And they probably one of the best daggone athletes on the team. And it's annoying because of the fact that this kid is out there because they need football. Like my kid is one of them nice kids. It's probably like, he ain't that good. I mean, I just say, like, we're going to train him. We're going to train him up. He's going to be respectful, and he's going to be somewhat of an athlete. But there's just these athlete kids that got this dog in them. And that's kind of like what you see when it comes to these wide receivers. They got this diva in them, but they also got a dog in them. So just know that when you see these kids coming up with these rough backgrounds and stuff like that and don't necessarily have those mannerisms of kindness and all that on the field is where they need to be because they need the football in order to balance themselves out of it like that. That dog is there. Anywho, Nathan, AB is not coming because that is one guy who definitely needs football, but he will not be getting football in Baltimore. I don't care how many posted Twitter pictures or Instagram pics he puts up with the 84 number on. It's not happening. He ain't coming to Baltimore. He can go ahead and turn his chain backwards. But let's go. Okay. Brooks says never o'clock. Yes, and so Keaton Mitchell definitely got a dog in him. Cannot wait to see. And I know it's probably not going to be this year. We're going to be seeing anything flashing out of this guy. I mean, maybe in the preseason. But I think next year is going to be that year that we see a lot more of Keaton because of the fact that we got two running backs that need to be signed next year, and he might get an opportunity there if he shines even in the preseason. He'll probably get some snaps towards the end of the regular season. But I'm thinking this guy could blow up next year. So I'm looking forward to that. Just keep him around. Let him make the 53, y'all. Let him make the 53. Anyway, so like I was saying, we're talking about the wide receiver dogs. Talking about the offense in general because, I mean, you got to think about it. This whole offseason, what have we've been talking about? We've been talking about wide receivers and how we want a wide receiver. And then we got 3 of them now, or 4 of them because we got Aguilar there. And, of course, y'all can't forget about Duvernay. And then there's still Wallace and Prochet, whatever, that, y'all probably going to spend the next 10 minutes roasting, whatever. That's fine. But they still there, and there's going to be opportunities. But also we got Dante Demas, who could be a wild card when it comes to camp. But I'm done with wide receivers just for a moment. We got Isaiah Likely, who's going to be in year 2. Well, if y'all go back and look at the Bucs game, you look at the Saints game, dude's nice. You go back and look at the preseason game, what he did after the catch on a couple of those plays. Oh, man, I cannot wait to see what he's going to bring to the table. But how does this all work when you're going to have, actually we don't know, but we're hoping 11 personnel's on the field because I want to see Odell Beckham on the field. I want to see Zay Flowers on the field. I want to see Rashad Bateman on the field all at the same time. But I also want to see Isaiah Likely and, of course, Mandrews. We cannot forget about Mandrews. There's a lot of mouths to feed, a whole lot of mouths to feed out here. And speaking of mouths, one just hopped into the room, and he's feeding his mouth right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Barry White of rap, Camera. What's good?
Nothing, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
Long day, brother. Just one of those days. I apologize when you called me. When you texted me earlier, I couldn't really get into it.
That's a beautiful shirt you got on right there, bro. It's a beautiful shirt.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Look, if y'all were looking for one of those type of shirts, please let us know. We actually have the shirts, mugs. We have like sports bras. We have stickers. We got all types of stuff like that. That's going to be on the Stream Elements link. I don't know if that's actually in the chat right now, but I can get that to y'all. So if you're looking to purchase a shirt along those lines, Cameron, you have frozen with your shirt in place.
It was you, brother. I didn't know if it was just me. That's what.
Yeah, you froze, bro.
Nothing. I don't know what's going on. I'm afraid to. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'd say probably hop out and then hop back in. We'll see what happens there.
Yes, sir.
All right. Engraven says,
What up, Engrave?
He says, I always appreciate these dinner streams. Thank you as always. Thank you, bro, for coming through. I appreciate the support. All right. So Lisa says, Todd Heap is still my favorite wide receiver. Of course, he's tight end. He's one of the greatest tight ends in Ravens history. So, I mean, there's a lot of love there. I appreciate him. He had a tough time after he retired or after he went down to Arizona. Nobody wants to lose their child, and so that's kind of tough ending for him. And I'm wishing him and his family the best because that was unfortunate what happened. So let's keep rolling. Yeah, we know AB wants to be Raven. We just don't want AB. We are aware. We are very well aware. I mean, I got back in the day, there were girls who were very well aware that I was interested. They just didn't pick up the phone. They didn't text back. They didn't tweet. They didn't snap back. Whatever. There was no smoke signal. There was no return. Love. Unfortunate because I got a good wife now. We good. All right. Let's see. Nice try, Nathan. Absolutely. Nice try. Not happening. Delicious says, what's up, Cam? Happy birthday, bro. Hope you enjoyed your day. We'll save that for when he gets back. And Brooke saying, I want it, but I don't know what she's talking about she wants. And then, okay. Camru is back enjoying dinner. There he is.
All right, see you now.
All right. So Delicious, while you were out saying, what's up, Cam? Happy birthday to you, bro. Hope you enjoy your day. I hope that was a pretty good impression of you, Delicious. I'm not really sure what you sound like, but yeah,
Thank you, brother, for the happy birthday. Thank you, Delicious, for the happy birthday, Brooke. She was on my both of them was on my gram. I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all for that. Just one of those days, man. It's a long day. I apologize again. I tell you, brother asked me, what you think of the topics? I said I couldn't think clearly. There was too much drama going on at the time, brother. I was like, I gotta get back to you. Too much nonsense going on. So, all right, I'm back here. Shout out. Ooh, Big Reg in here. Nate, we're in here. Engrave was in here for a second. Shout out to Engrave.
Yeah, he's here, man.
And I don't know. I'm sure you already did it. I don't know the guy personally. I'm not a big Twitter head.
Yeah.
But the brother Chuck that passed away, please God rest his soul and then rest in heaven to him. And I'm definitely praying for him definitely praying for him and his family. And always find somebody to talk to, man, because I don't like calling it mental illness because it's not like it just got here. I think we've gotten so far away from how our parents raised us, and I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Talking to somebody earlier today, I think we got so far from that, and we got so caught up with this and caught up with everybody else trying to help us. Yeah, when you were a child and you had to deal with, we all, in some form or fashion, we all got some type of mental illness. Because when you were a child, you had to deal with something, you had to deal with it, but you had people around you. And I think for some reason we get here and forget about first God, we forget about God, and then on top of that, we forget about the people that do love us for some reason. And it happens, unfortunately, we don't know how big the situation is. I'm just speaking from experience of people that I've lost, and I'm unfortunately, I lost a cousin and an uncle from suicide.
All
And,
right. Sorry to hear that.
yeah, I mean, I thank you. I just don't. You can't. People forget where they forget that they do have people that love them, or they do have somebody there because they so caught up with their drama. You know what I mean? So, like Engraved like to say, tell somebody you love them today, and I love y'all. I salute y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get back to this food now. Let's get back to football.
All right. So we last left off talking about wide receivers and talking about we're talking about just the rest of the team. We're trying to figure out how this is all going to gel, how this is going to work. Because right now we got 3 deep wide receivers. We have a phenomenal tight end, or actually possible 2, because likely in his second year could break out and be a full-on monster to deal with. It's just trying to feed all these mouths. Oh yeah, by the way, we also have a guy who's a monster at running back who needs those opportunities to be able to thrive. How are all these babies gonna get fed? When are they going to jail? When are they going to get to their Gettysburg to be able to talk about how 50,000 men came together on this field and then became to remember the Titans after they got their wonderful speech to go ahead and win some games?
I'm going to get the Gettysburg. Okay. I don't. I don't know. I think we in a
Justice Hill. Ain't no Justice Hill, bro.
I think we in a different. We're not used to being here. I can't even think of the right words right now. I'm lost of words. We're used to being here or having a spoil of riches on defense. On offense, we're not used to this. So it's like a new car. We drive it. You want to drive it. Maybe it's just leave it. Just look at it.
Yeah.
That's
we taking photos in front of it. We just like,
I just cleaned it, man. You gotta drive it sometime. You don't see that land? I mean, we just gonna just look at it.
They're here like wide receiver university, baby. Like, let's go. We got it. We like bragging about it.
But to answer your question, man, usually the offense starts to truly gel. If you want to take season games, I want to say about the 5th game of the season. That's when it starts to really, kick over. But yeah, Justice Hill. We got some people. I think Charlie Kohler is going to do well this year.
I'm just like, how he gonna be? I don't even know how he gonna get on the field.
He gonna get on the field.
There's a lot of rotating. Just like, all right, bro, I'm taking a smoke break. You go ahead and get a couple blows.
We're gonna use all 3 of them things. We gotta use all 3 of them now. We ain't gonna just sit on them. But hey,
and then you got Gus, who's over here making terrible rap videos, but at the same time, dude can run. He is a full-on track star out there.
It's right now, man. We not used to this on it. Sorry, y'all know we not used to this. We're not used to this on offense. We used to this on defense. I guarantee everybody can call up about 5 great players that played on defense for Baltimore. But you ain't gonna call up, that quick on offense like that, But now we got something.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. So of course we're like, all right, will we get it done week 1? So let's talk about week 1 against the Houston Texans. So, for week 1's facts, I got them here. But for the rest of these weeks, we're going to be going through talking about it, and we'll be looking up these facts together. And whatever you bring to the pot, or whatever each of you in the stream brings to the pot, can we bring to the pot? Cool, whatever. Let's just talk about it. So for week 1, Houston, let's talk about last year against the pass. This was the number 2 defense as far as passing touchdowns allowed. I mean, man, they didn't really give up much at all. And then they were 7th in interceptions in the league with 16. And it's because they had a guy that they drafted last year out of LSU and Derek Stingley. This dude had 300 snaps, 300 without a touchdown allowed. As a rookie. Balling. Absolutely. Then there's on the other side, Steven Nelson. Everybody's like, who? Well, this guy had 7 pass defenses last year in 2022. And then of course, compared to Derek Stingley, who is phenomenal, he only had 4 pass defenses and an interception. And then it's Corey Littleton. Okay, I think that's probably going to be the weak point in that defense that could get exposed by Zay if they actually figure that out. Like, okay, so we're looking at more of the interior of the field. But oh, by the way, they got Jalen Petrie, who was highly tutored last year. And I think the Houston Texans got a steal. I think some of the new turnover with the general managers around the league, and they're really starting to show this stuff. They're starting to show their talents to be able to rebuild these rosters and turn some of these garbage teams into phenomenal playmakers. And then, of course, they did really well in the draft. But they, as far as the run, this is where Baltimore is going to be able to maximize if they go in there with this mentality of, hey, this is our formula. I know they probably channeled a little bit of Greg Roman that week, and just some of the old school 2019 Greg Roman. We talking about some ground game, because this is the worst run defense in the league. They gave up 151 first downs. 151, bro.
Our first game is at home, isn't it?
Say again?
I think our first game is at home, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, if we get, let me check that, Jay.
They're playing at our house.
Check that joint out, because I thought for sure that we was there, but if we ain't there, that's cool. I'm with that. All right, yeah, Texas, yeah, at home. So, I mean, we at home against the worst run D in the league. This is an opportunity. Granted, they did pick up Will Anderson, this dude is like a switchblade. There's a reason that the Texans came back around and got him right after they'd already picked their quarterback, because he's gonna be causing problems. He's going to be causing problems, but I don't think he's going to be enough to stop what we got going on the ground with JK, because JK is looking to break out. He's looking to shut all these people up talking about wide receivers, because of the fact that he's probably sick of hearing it every time he jumps on Twitter.
Okay, why you always worry about what I'm eating, brother?
He said, "What you eating can?" Yeah, I mean, we want to know. I feel like you could probably get a sponsor on the show with the stuff that you be eating. You could probably get Dinnerly on the show, and I'd be like, "Hey, we could talk about Dinnerly and how great it is," and then they could pay us because Cameron would be eating.
I had protein pasta. I gotta get back on my regimen. I got protein pasta and I had salad tonight. I meal prep. I'm probably gonna have some. Just give me an idea. I'm gonna have baked chicken tomorrow, and probably spinach and sweet potatoes. I'm trying to. It's about to get super hot. So I gotta make sure when the shirt come off, the guns is ready.
Yeah, you gotta take to the gun show, like, hey. That's when you do that little simple thing, like, all right, it's over there.
Yeah. I had protein pasta, bro. Yes, I had. That's like my go-to when I gotta get my regimen going. Like my lunch is like breakfast. My lunch is actually two packs of oatmeal, 8 egg whites, and 5 pieces of turkey bacon. So that's my lunch. You know what I mean? So that I get about, I want to say, like 50 grams of protein. You know what I mean? And then in the morning, I eat something else. Make sure it's depending on it'll switch, but it'll be like a lot of protein. So it's high protein. Gotta get swole, bro. Just trying to get a little.
There you go. Some guns.
Little swole, that horseshoe. Horseshoe.
Yeah, you gotta get the horseshoe right there. Yeah.
I gotta cook too, because Brooke won't come up here and show me what Carolina about. So I'm over and cooking. She ain't cooking. She only cooking for the kids.
Well, I mean, I don't think you want what she wants. She over here eating. She got hot Cheetos for dinner. She said we are not the same. She is a monster eating the Cheetos. Nate said, "Don't starve yourself." Okay.
Oh, ain't no starving going. Trust me, I'm eating. Ain't no starving going on.
Yeah, there's definitely no starving in the Lockett household here. There's lots of eating.
Apple pie for the night. I'll bring it back to apple pie. Actually, I got peach pie for my birthday. You may have a piece of that while we going on. Let's go.
And then, of course, I go the opposite direction. I kind of work out hard, and then I kind of eat what I want.
I'm just trying to get up the soda and grade.
Them fires around right there, boy.
I love the soda, man.
I need the shirt that says I work out hard, but I eat like crap. You know what I mean?
I just want
This
I love the
is
soda.
like my favorite part of the whole game room because I can reach to the fridge and then I can reach to the snack cabinet over here.
Get off the soda. Gotta get you off the soda.
What's that Greg was saying? He said ASMR. What up? He's been saying, I don't know. That's a new language, bro.
Going on now.
All right, so let's go back up. Nathan said,
What you mean, Ingrid? Go ahead.
what is that? Yeah, we'll get there in a second. So going back up to Houston. So Lisa, of course, she's like, look, Houston going down big time. Delicious even says, hey, I think we blow the Houston Texans out.
I'm looking for that.
Mm-hmm. Nathan, I don't know what you're talking about, but he just goes into this whole 1, Jonathan Ogman, 2, Jermaine Lewis, 3, Shannon Sharp, 4, Todd Heath, Derek Bates, Joe Flacco, Ray Rice. Okay.
I didn't say you could name 5, brother, but I'm just saying 5 offhand. Like soon when you think about Baltimore, you think about defense before you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, if I'm thinking about Jermaine Lewis, I'm not thinking much.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about anybody on offense, but now I can't. Like, other than Lamar, I'm starting to think like, oh, we got some offensive pieces. It's like it can be scary.
Yeah. Like 5 years from now, when we see Zay's stats, I'm not putting him in the same category with Jermaine Lewis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's go down here. So
I watched some of the videos. I ain't never seen none of them videos.
So Asmare are those videos where people are eating and you hear all the sounds in 8K. So you just like, as I go to open up my packet or whatever, you just.
Y'all great. Great.
All right. This is dying over here. Okay. All right. So anyway, so we're going through.
That cookie, boy. What was that, oatmeal?
No, that's a fudge round, bro. I am hooked on the fudge rounds, bro.
Go ahead.
I used to be hooked on zebra cakes back in the day, you know.
There you go.
Do we have zebra cakes?
There you go.
Okay, now we ain't got no zebra cakes today. We good.
No.
Gotta do some shopping. Cameron, we gotta do some shopping. So so we're gonna do the shopping and a little bit later on. But anyway, week 2 is what we moved over to. So we think we got the Texans. We think that's a W. All right, so week 2, we're going over to the Bengals. And I mean, let's just call it like we see it.
What?
The Bengals, they were top 5 against the run. So I don't think we have the same mentality going into week 2 as we had in week 1. You know, so we are going to be going into that nasty that daggone Cincinnati, where they serve, like, what do they eat over there? Like macaroni and chili?
I don't know.
Or is it?
I don't know about Cincinnati.
So basically some food that's just like, man, y'all really known for that? That's sad.
Go ahead.
And then some people, they feel like they need a snack now. And
get this out. I'm about to get this peach pie. You don't keep talking.
Right.
Go ahead.
So then they also so they were top 5 against the run. They only allowed 12 rushing touchdowns. So they were tied for 10th place as far as rushing touchdowns allowed. This team, I mean, I hate to say it, they're young and they continue to get better. This is just going to be a continued problem, a thorn in the Ravens' side going forward.
Talk to me. Don't talk in riddles. What you trying to say? We losing?
I can't call it, bro. I can't call it. I think we, because we're competitive. We're a competitive squad. We want to be better than this team, but we have that glaring hole. Of course, on our defense. We recognize that. I think Lamar's he's only lost 1 game as a starter against this team, right?
He's never lost in Cincinnati. He got more Midwest fans than Cincinnati got fans.
Yeah. So
we'll come out there.
So he lost 1, and but that's okay.
That was at home. We lost. Yeah. And that's when Marlon was like, "We really wasn't taking. We took him serious, but we didn't really take him serious, like we should." But go ahead, listen.
Yeah. So yeah, we know he lost to Cincinnati before, and that was that one where
he lost to Cincinnati at home. He's undefeated against them in Cincinnati. He gonna win.
I think we got the W because of the competitiveness of this team. when it comes to turning up against like teams like this here. And I think, honestly, I think one of our corners is going to come to shine. They're gonna start to shine. I think it's Marlo is going to be doing this thing, like no doubt. He's going to travel. He's going to do his thing. But I think this is where Caillou Blue, in my opinion, turns up.
Caillou Blue.
Yeah, I think Caillou Blue comes to Caillou prove everybody. He can show, like, hey, I'm that dude. I think this is an opportunity for him. But they got 3 wide receivers, folks. They got 3 beast wide receivers. This is that opportunity for that defense to step up big time and show, like, hey, we still are the better side of the team as far as offense versus defense.
I think we ain't done yet.
So I think, what'd you say?
I said, I think we ain't done yet.
His best Marcus Peters voice. I think we ain't done yet, which means he thinks Marcus Peters may come back to the house. I think he was using the Raiders to leverage. I think he was using the Raiders to leverage the Ravens into a better deal. So there's a possibility he could come back. But yes, I think as far as matchups, like, yeah, he had definitely MP come back. We need to sweep Cincy, absolutely. Nothing else will suffice. I'm trying to get to this comment from Delicious here. So I think Caillou would match up well with Boyd or Higgins. Okay. I think with Higgins. I think more with Higgins. He's still like, hey, we ain't done yet. But I think, we need a good nickel. We definitely need a good nickel in there. I know that, of course, Humphreys is going to travel with Chase wherever he's at, but we're going to need somebody who's interchangeable in the midst of all this. Yes, sir. He's knocking on it.
We ain't done yet.
He didn't think we were done yet. Okay. Somebody call MP Juice Man and tell him he ain't done yet. All right. So Lisa says, hey, Cincy, turn out the lights. It's over.
I like what you've been talking.
She just got that positive energy. She speaks the good vibes into the room, from the jump. She's just like, we got this. She's a voice of positivity and optimism. And so we appreciate you, Lisa, being in the room here. I think it's going to be a showdown. And I think, honestly, we split the series. We split the series with the Bengals.
Turn it. He about to slap. I'm about to have him.
It's an honest, objective view. Right now, we're talking subjective. Right now, I think it's about at least 5 people in the room right now that say the Ravens going to go undefeated.
We always going to think that.
Yeah, I was saying. I'm just trying to look at it like realistically, looking at this schedule and how these players are matched up. I mean, we can go take a look at the depth chart. I want to take a look at the depth chart right quick to see what they got. So, Cincy's depth chart, because we talking about offense versus defense. Because right now we said we got some dogs. We got some dogs in O. We know that there's that one hole at D. That's terrible.
Hold on before you go any further.
Okay.
Because you're giving a lot of praise to Cincinnati's defense.
I didn't even get into Cincinnati defense. I was just saying, like, I want to see what they got.
Yeah, but they lost 3 they lost 3 main pieces. I don't know how good Dax Hill is going to be at safety.
Yeah.
Bates not there. That's all pro safety. Then you lost your other safety, which is Bell.
Yeah, Bates went down to Atlanta, right?
I don't know where Bell went. And then you also lost your corner. Actually, one of your corners is coming back from an injury. And you lost your boy who was boo-boo anyway.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think they really was hurting from losing Eli Apple.
So he's gone. So you got pretty much, more or less, you got a brand new, fresh secondary.
Yeah.
Man, Lamar gonna go to work on him. Go ahead now. Let's go. I'm waiting for you. Let me go get my peach pie. You go ahead and talk. I gotta eat now.
All right. So you talk about the replacements. Hang on a sec. You talking about the replacements. And when it comes to their secondary, this is what we're looking at. Taylor Britt. So Cam Taylor Britt. Dax Hill. So Dax is I think he's probably going to be in a decent safety. We don't know exactly what he's going to bring to the table just yet. Nick Scott coming over from the Rams. We got Awuzie Chidobe. He used to play for Dallas. We got Hinton. I think Hinton is straight. From his time at Pittsburgh, he showed he was a capable corner. So this is a makeshift type crew right here with a little bit of youth on them. But this is where I think Baltimore gets this one. They get this one until Cincinnati gets some experience under their belt, or they manage to get the lead early later on in the season. So I think we win this first one, we lose the second one, but I think there might be a little bit of growing pains here because of maybe actually I think there might be growing pains in the first week, to be honest with you, because Houston's defense is no slouch. Let's just be honest. But I don't think we lose that game. I just think there's going to be some challenges there, especially with whoever Stingley is lined up on. Whoever Corey Littleton is lined up on is going to be like, okay, they got this. I'm thinking that's going to be Zay. I think Zay's going to tear it loose against him. But then when it comes to the Bengals, I think that all three can get busy. It just this may be like, hey, I was open the whole time, you didn't see me type deal. This might cause some struggles based on who gets the rock. Anyway, let's pay some bills. Yes, Brooke, they cut Eli. They just I think they got tired of getting roasted on one side of the field. They have a love for the dude. They probably just like, hey man, you can come over here and hang out at the party. You can go ahead and eat some chili mac with us, and we can go watch Cleveland, watch the Cavaliers or something like that. But honestly, they just don't see him in the future plans of their team. So, Eli got to go. Next, Lisa says, I tell it like it is. Just keeping it real. All right, Delicious says, LOL, I thought Eli Apple was still there. Now, I think he got roasted for a good day and a half on Twitter about getting released or about not getting signed back. So I don't think they were interested. Like, thanks, but no thanks. If we get some injuries, they probably try and call him back, but I don't think that there's much interest there. And I'm hoping Baltimore does not call this guy. Big Red says, nah, I like 14-3 on the season, but we're going to lose that game in London and probably Jags and Dolphins. So when it comes to jet lag, it's a real thing. It sucks so bad to have to go across the pond to play. And I know Harbaugh was very much against it before the schedule came out. He's like, look, man, no London game. And they said, Harbaugh, shut up. You're getting a London game. So, but you see it. I mean, last time we went over the pond, the Jaguars ripped us a new one. They put up 44 points, man. Crazy. And I think it's just, the Baltimore Ravens will be hurt not only that week, not saying they're going to be like as far as injuries, but jet lag. They're going to be feeling that for at least a week and a half after they get back home. So it's going to be a tough time for them. See, as far as losing to the Dolphins, I mean, that's a possibility. They got two top corners, whatever like that. But I think this is where like we ended up seeing Zay and we see Likely get loose. They got to get busy during that game. Brooks says, I'm mad about that London game. Like, why? Absolutely. I think a lot of people are frustrated because one, that's one game that y'all not having right now.
Brooks just mad because you're going to have to get up early in the morning to watch the game.
Like I'm going to be at church while it's going on, but that's okay. I'll be all right. All right, so Delicious says, I was looking forward to seeing him getting cooked. Yes, I would love if Eli was still there because that would be like a highlight Wheaties box type of picture right there, seeing Zay just completely destroy Eli Apple. Because, I don't think they're going to put anybody else but Eli on a rook. They're like, all right. And then Zay going to completely just have him crying. Good times. Brooks said he thought he was hushed up. Yeah, that dude never hushed up. He didn't hush up. His mouth was about as big as Juju Smith-Schuster's. Eli Apple. And he liked to just have everybody side like him and Jermaine Pratt. They just didn't shut up. They didn't shut up. They just the whole time, like during the week, doesn't matter who they were coming at. They were just coming at somebody.
Only one of them still there, like Pratt still there.
Yeah. Brooks says, I will riot if I ever see that man on our team. Yeah, I think Eric DeCosta recognizes the hate from Baltimore on Eli, and I don't think that's an option.
He's not good.
Yeah, he's not good. He's not good at all.
Yep.
That's a great analysis. That's all we need to do on him.
The thing about Eli, he's not good. It's just like, what's his video? I don't know if y'all saw it on Instagram. It's hilarious. This little kid doing a math equation. He said, "Same guy." Yeah.
Brooks said this is like a sports talk mukbang show. I guess on the mukbang it's probably us snacking.
We gotta eat. It's late now. I just got home from work. I'm hungry. I can't. By the time we get over here talking,
my last meal was probably what time is it now? Like, so it's 9:34, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I get home from work, I love my wife. Food is done.
Yeah, It's 9:34 for you. It's 10. I remember I'm an hour early.
Yeah.
I mean, hour.
Like food's done. I'm eating at 5:30 at night, man, or 5:30 in the evening. And when I first got married, this didn't work out. Like,
You eating 5:30 even. That's a good time.
yeah. So like as a single male back in the day, when I was trying to, I was out there. When I was out there playing video games and stuff, like
playing video games, huh?
yeah, that was my life when I was single. I was kind of just like, hey, like I had 13 hours to walk around in my underwear and play video games, bro. That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? The phone ring, people want to hang out. Nah, girl come over the house.
Man, y'all know talk about when I was single. I was out there playing video games and stuff. You know what you was doing.
Then the J files, they've been locked up. They've been put in the safe. We don't go back and talk about it. But anyway, so I was playing video games. Girl did come over. She did say, "Hey, I'm trying to play Madden." Or no, she said, "You
play Madden."
She said, "You play Madden," and I said, "You can leave." So she came out car. Anyway, the point was, I would eat at any time of the day or any time of the night that I wanted to eat. So like probably 7:30, 8:30 at night, maybe 9. I'm busting out a meal. I got the George Foreman grill, got the pork chops, doing whatever I want to do, right? So then all of a sudden I get married and I got to get trained, right? You got the training of marriage and stuff like that. It's probably a PowerPoint presentation I probably skipped out on or something like that. Maybe it would have helped me. But 5:30 was the meal. And so, of course, as you go through the rest of your evening, after you don't ate at 5:30, stomach's rumbling. 1 o'clock in the morning, your boy's out here cooking a steak on the grill.
Although I got requests.
Yeah.
Lisa, I would like to have a plate, please. Just not the pork chops. I don't eat pork. But if I get some ribs,
I'll take that pork.
You can take pork. I get that ribs, the ribs right there. And there's them potatoes. And corn, please. Granny, thank you.
I'm in Nebraska. We got plenty of corn here. We good.
Live through the screen. He up in Nebraska.
Plenty of corn, folks. Plenty of corn. All right. So anyway, so it was like I'd be there 1 o'clock in the morning, cooking a steak and stuff like that. Wife's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "My last meal was at 5:30. I don't know what's wrong with you," but she was trying to keep me healthy, and so she would have me eat a little bit later or a little bit earlier in the evening, and then we probably wouldn't eat until the next morning. So I didn't know I was fasting to stay healthy, but I sneak in a snack or two.
Yeah, well, get some crab cakes then, brother. You ain't talking about nothing.
You ain't saying nothing but word, bro. I got them in the fridge right now. I'm gonna have to do some thawing out, and go ahead and put them in the oven.
But no, you ain't been replaced, bro. But I ain't gonna turn down no good food. You ain't been replaced. I ain't gonna turn down no good food.
That is a fact. Look, let me get back to Baltimore though. Oh my goodness, I'm coming for them crab cakes. There's a few places I want to go. It was one place I went before I got deployed, and it was a crab cake like this daggone big, I swear. And it was just, I think it was $27, but it was totally worth it. I killed that thing. Let's see. Let's go back into, you had a comment about Pratt Delicious. You said, Pratt, another one. I don't know how to, he just don't know how to shut up. Yes. And the thing is like when he does that, I mean, and it's psychological because it makes it actually, I think Lamar's looking at that when it gets to him a little bit, just a little bit. It's like whatever he says Lamar is going to do, Lamar will come out and do something like totally different or try to focus away from that one thing.
I think I thought he learned the lesson at the JK gave him that true stiff arm.
Oh yeah, he gave him that stiff and came to the house. I was like, ooh. And then, but he talked trash the year after that, and that's when they got us. I was just like, ugh. And then he had teammates coming at us too. I think it was another dude who came at us.
Last year, all of them. Chase, another one. I like Chase, but sometimes he be a little bit too soft. There you go.
Don't do it. Don't start the street with the N word.
No, he about to get the name.
No, he on the M list.
But I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone today.
He said, Delicious said he's trying to work on his diet, and we messing his diet up, talking about all this food. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be eating this late at night anyway. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I work out hard.
Yeah, I work out hard too. You don't see these things? Like, come on, baby.
But I work out hard.
kill it. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I eat healthy at dinner time. And at lunchtime, it's 50
Don't be
50.
sorry, Lisa. Don't be sorry. Go ahead and tell us what else you eat. What you cooking tomorrow? We take it. I will. Don't be sorry. I need.
Oh my goodness. All right, so we have moved on to the Bengals. So we had talked about we think that that's a W, but based on the youth of their secondary and our offense is high powered. So let's move forward into the next game, which is against I think it's an AFC South. Yep, the Colts. So we are facing off against the Colts, and this is one of those teams that's just like, all right, the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think, are going to run that division. But like, where are the Colts currently as far as their stats last year? So as far as passing, the Colts were probably they're mid. They're very mid against the pass. As far as yards allowed, let's see. The Colts were mid with 3,569 yards. They allowed 25 touchdowns on the year, which is pretty. Yeah, that's actually they were just one of those mid type teams, whatever.
Don't even go off the statistics. Let's not even do the statistics because we can't really play it off of that, really.
Yeah, and so I mean, I just kind of giving them an idea of what their problems were last year.
But
So if you're looking at this team and you're looking at them against the run, let's see what their stats were.
That's right, Lisa.
So this is just last year. Just kind of give you an outlook. They allowed 4.1 yards per carry. They gave up 127 first downs on the ground, and yeah. So I mean, it was still like a back I'd say they were 20th ranked against the run.
I'd rather play two new teams with two new rookie coaches early in the season opposed to playing them in the mid or the late end of the season because by that time they really start to figure things out.
Yeah, they started to get their life together.
Yeah, so it's good that we playing. Those two should be easy dubs. I expect that to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I call those tune-up fights. Like, a high-ranked fighter is fighting somebody that may have a little something, but it's just a tune-up for the big fight. So even in Cincinnati game, Cincinnati, as of lately, history-wise, historically, have not been like good in the beginning of the season. They've never been. I don't know why they start off so slow. But
that's because Joe was trying to make some things happen that first game, and since with the Pittsburgh Steelers ate him alive.
No, well, even before that game, like the year that they did, the year they went to the Super Bowl, they started off slow, and then they won the rest. They lost 2 games, and then they won the rest. That's why But I mean, obviously, the schedule is changed because it's you winning the division not easy. You gotta beat all these teams. But now you got a brand new. They got a fresh secondary. You got Battle back there. I don't know if he's starting. Whoever this Drexel is either gonna play the slot or he's gonna play safety. Dax Hill, I'm sorry. And then the corners. One corner's coming off ACL. So I don't know if he's gonna be ready. That was the old boy that used to play for. I can't pronounce his last name. They used to play for Dallas. Then he went over there. And then you got whoever's going. I think they got to the rookie corner too. I don't know if he's gonna start. But either way, they got
the Colts or the Bengals.
I'm talking about the Bengals.
Oh,
then going to the Colts.
Yeah, we had the Colts.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like what I'm expecting because I really didn't talk about the Bengals. And then going speeding up right where you are now with the Colts. You lost Yanni. You lost with the Dallas. I can't think of his name.
Gilmore.
Lost Gilmore, right? I'm sure the secondary is still decent, but you lost like quality pieces.
Yeah, I mean they got decent pieces as far as the line goes. I mean you guys still got DeForest Buckner over there, but yeah, you're right. A lot of youth here. They got Kenny Moore second. What's that?
What would a funny dude?
Whoever said all this purple, I thought I tuned into an episode of Barney and Friends. Look, bro.
Right.
Clowning already. You know, I'm telling him he just had these comments and he just have them ready. He like reaches into his shade jar and then just reaches out. He's probably got like shade comment that he don't probably worked on these for months. And then he's just like, all right, is it the showtime or is it
Like you got on in that profile pic, brother, with some stripes.
he say does he have his I support Lamar campaign shirt on or
I don't know. It look like purple with some stripes.
yeah, I think he might be. You know, he can go and hold this. He'll be an honorary Raven. You know.
He oh my gosh.
It was a break, Wilbur.
Yeah.
All right, so Delicious says as far as the Colts go, he doesn't see AR starting, but if so, he doesn't think it'll be a good game for them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The defense is going to give him some welcome to the NFL moments. I mean, let's just be real. This is the team that this is a player. His athleticism is through the roof. Baltimore's going to have a disciplined, contained type of defense.
You got the best one in the league, bro. We ain't worried about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and training against him is going to be cool. Training or getting ready for a player like AR is fine because even our backups have that mobility to where we can actually use the skills of Tyler Huntley to mirror what AR Richardson is doing.
We have never. That's one thing I can say. We've never struggled against a mobile quarterback because of that. Just because we have, especially since we got them on, we've never been.
I mean, only in the preseason did I see us like have a problem, and that was against Malik.
But that was like a preseason game, and they trying to figure things out. But he still got, and those are rookies. I'm not talking about the starters. I'm not talking.
Yeah, I mean, he got a little loose, but it wasn't like a regular season. We had a problem containing type of deal.
Yeah.
But I mean, mobile quarterbacks are just annoying. I'll be honest with you. Like, if it's not ours, they can be annoying.
Yeah, they ain't Lamar.
Yeah. Like I think about it when I think about what a mobile quarterback can do. I go back to the game. This was probably Lamar's rookie year against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Every time that nobody was open, he had a first, easy, because he was just able to bolt up the field for 10 yards. Like, I can't imagine the defense coordinator for the Bucks sitting here like, how do I game plan this? What am I doing wrong? Like, I got everything right. We got the blitz right. Got all this. It's before they were able to actually really game plan what Lamar can do. This guy was getting first downs just off of simple jogs to get up the field. Like 10 and out. Boom, 10 and out. All right, so let's go back. And Adit says, oh, by the way, Adit, welcome to the room. If Richardson struggles in his next 2 years, do the Colts think about tanking for Arch Manning? I mean, I probably could see something like that, but I doubt this guy struggles. More so than other options because of his uncle, provided he lives up to his promise. I don't know. It all depends on what the Colts really want. I can't really have a say about what the Colts' direction is. If they may be setting things up to get Arch Richardson or Arch Manning, I'm not sure.
The future though, you can't think that's too far. He just became a freshman. Just went in this year. He's not in. I don't even think he's starting this.
Yeah, I'm like, we can't condemn him before he get the opportunity,
So, I
think he can still get that. He can get that starting job. I mean, who's in front of him right now? Uncle Rico?
Nah, I'm talking about it. They have one good quarterback. I don't know if he's staying, but he had got injured again.
Oh, you talking about Archie? Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. May not even start his freshman year. But at the same time, I don't think he's coming out until he's like a senior. I don't. All of them came out when they were seniors. They stayed there, so he's gonna be there for 4 years. We got 4 years to be.
So this is this secondary for the Colts. This is another one of those young secondaries. So we're looking, and like I said, Kenny Moore the second is probably the seasoned vet. We got Rodney Thomas the third. It looks like he came out in 22. And then
hold up.
Huh?
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All right, cool. And then you got Isaiah Rodgers. I mean, Rogers is probably going to be the veteran of this crew here, with Blackman, Julian Blackman as safety, as a strong safety, and then you got Rodney Thomas the second at free safety, and then Juju Brents, who they just drafted this year, is going to be holding down the other side. I imagine it's going to be one heck of a competition, and you got guys sitting in the back. One of them, I think we recognize, Kevin Tolliver, out of San Francisco, and then Dallas Flowers and Jalen Jones. Jalen was actually drafted this year, so just keep in mind, like, this is maybe one of those games that the Ravens, they get an opportunity to flex those skills as far as taking advantage of a secondary. But I think, of course, there's going to be tougher matchups down the road, but this is not going to be one of those matchups just yet. I think the Colts are building something. It's just going to take some time to build that thing. We're going to move forward to the next game. So the next game, of course, is going to be against the Cleveland Browns. And y'all can go ahead and put how y'all feel about the Cleveland Browns in the comments here, because Wilbur just so wants to hear how you feel about his team right now. He wants to feel all the love that you have in your heart in this room for the Browns. Actually, Wilbur, you could probably tell us a little bit about your depth chart. Because right now, I mean, if it comes to defense, are we scared of the Cleveland Browns? Denzel Ward, okay. And then on the other side, you got Martin Emerson as far as your nickel, and you got Greg Newsome. I think I got a lot of respect for Greg Newsome. I think he's a pretty good corner, and I think Denzel Ward is pretty solid as well. This is really going to boil down as far as what is up with the nickel. Tell us about Martin Emerson Jr., Wilbert.
I know one thing. I'm more worried about that game than I am about Cincinnati.
You more worried about the Cleveland game than you are Cincinnati?
I am. You got Sean that's a year removed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just saying this because Wilbur funk behind him, but something. Ain't nobody scared, homie.
Ain't nobody scared. We ain't scared of you, bro.
Then you got Z over there. Now they got really two booking pass rushers. Plus, they you got more weapons. They got another receiver. The old boy from Tennessee, I can't think of his name. I think it's Tillman, Cedric Tillman. He was the number one until he got hurt, and then Hyatt became the number one.
Yeah, and then they got Peoples Jones, Cooper, and Elijah Moore, who they got from the Jets. I think Jets that Elijah Moore had some of the most twitchy routes when he came out, and I just don't think he got the respect that he deserved when he was with the Jets.
They got pieces, bro.
Yeah, they do. I give them that. But I think this is where the Ravens need to go to the ground. They got to go to the ground game, because of the fact that you sit back in that pocket and you let Z and you let Garrett get loose on this Ravens offensive line. And granted, while we have strengths at certain areas, there still is an issue or a competition going on at left guard. We want to see what happens there. But we don't want to test the full strength of this offensive line and their ability to hold that pocket for multiple snaps more than we would during a ground game attack. We need to have a solid ground attack and also set up the screen passes and the short flats. Needs to be a full-on ground to West Coast type of game. There shouldn't be any deep shots in this game because Miles will make you pay the second you drop back like that. So I think this is a winnable game. But like you said, because of those pieces that they have, there could be an issue.
I didn't say we was losing. I just said I'm worried. I'm definitely going to tell.
Brooke is correct. The Browns always look good on paper. That is true.
They've been quiet this year, though.
Yeah.
They
have been making some moves, but not as many as they did before. Before, like, every offseason, I'm just like, wow, oh my gosh. Dude, what? Dang. And then, of course, ESPN blows up and puts them in the top 5 of teams, like, in the offseason. And then in the regular season, we'd all see what happens. I think the team is just cursed, to be real. Wilbert is giving us information about Emerson Jr. He says he was a steal. He was quarterback 1 when Ward went out, and he was holding his own against wide receiver ones. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's I hope that
we're gonna see.
Yeah, I said I hope he ain't really don't hold his own soon against Zay. We're gonna see what Zay do to him in that slot. He might actually catch OBJ in the slot. I don't know, but the thing is, we got three guys that are slot capable. So that is we don't know who's gonna line up where, or if it's gonna be consistent if that person's lining up in that same spot each time.
Don't be surprised if we undefeated. Don't be surprised if we 5-0.
He calling it. He calling it. You locking that, sir? You locking that?
I would. It looked winnable.
It's a lot.
I'm not talking trash either, Will. But I ain't talking trash. But don't be surprised. Like it's very possible.
He said bye week, Will. Bye week. All right. So the next game on the schedule, we are going. We face the Browns, and we are moving over to Steel Town, who had a pretty solid draft. This is a good offseason.
Because we playing all division games early. Just like you got callous up, bro. You got no time to be playing around. You got callous up, yo. No break.
None at all. So of course these Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think about their offseason?
I think they had a great draft.
Yeah, they did. The thing is, they got some guys that, or they got a guy that I don't know what he is, but I wanted him last year for the Ravens, and that was Calvin Austin the third. I'm like, where?
Like a gadget.
Yeah, I mean, dude had it all. He had, I think he was, I think he had like 2 or 3 routes that he was really good at, but I would have loved to see him in Baltimore's offense.
Wasn't he? I know he was kick returning, but I don't know if he was injured or just. You gotta look who he's playing behind. He was playing behind Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
Who's is it Deontay? Was it Deontay Johnson?
Yeah, Deontay Johnson. You got Pickens, and he might have actually been behind Miles. No, Cody White. Sorry, I think he was behind Cody White. Anyway,
who around who? Behind who?
Miles Boykin.
No. Who was the slot receiver for them?
I think it was Cody White was one of them.
White dude?
No, just Cody White, not white dude.
Who's the white? I can't think of it. I don't want to sound ignorant. I'm just saying.
It might have been anyway. I mean, let's just take it. I mean, he bright skin.
Who's what? Maybe that's him. Yeah, number 83 or something like that. 89 or something.
89 was Oswelski. And yes, that was a white dude.
Receiver?
Yeah, he was receiver.
Somebody else, man.
Yeah, he had long hair, long golden hair.
Nah, there's somebody else that was really good slot for them. But
Lisa says Zay's gonna eat the Browns for lunch. Ooh, Will, where you at, boy? Taking all the smoke.
We're coming for you, Will.
So I think what Will usually comes in, throws a little shade, and then goes and puts the kid to bed. So that's his routine, I'm pretty sure. So if he's not back, just know he'll catch up with us later.
I just want us to be healthy, man. We healthy. I don't be a problem.
Yeah. Maybe healthy.
Now you got to show. You can get this man to drink some water for life.
No, bro. I can't do it. I mean, I drink it throughout the day. You know, I do throughout the day.
I ain't seen you with one water yet, bro. Not one water. For the past 2 years, now I've seen you with one water. Is that water? Or is
water.
It's just a cup?
It's water.
We can't see in there. We don't know you drink it. You can probably drink nothing.
It's water.
We don't know that. Look, I got a cup on. You You got some.
Have me pour water all over my laptop.
Going on up in there. I don't know if it's water. Brooke said it's empty.
It's water. It's not empty, Brooke. It's not empty. Oh, man. Here you go. Will did say I just put the child to bed when I had my headset on. So I know you. I know the struggle, bro. I know I sit here and do the same thing. Or I used to. I would put my daughter to bed before I was able to play any video games, whatever like that. So Anyway, so whoever says Zay Flowers will have the most rookie blocks for a scrambling QB in the with -5 yards. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you was thinking of some good comebacks. That's what you was
I
doing.
told you, Will was like ready, man. He's like probably sitting here while he's got it, rocking the baby to sleep, just like, all right, what kind of smoke can I get these guys today? Oh boy. He constantly like, you was on the Lamar Jackson, pay Lamar Jackson campaign, and now you still roasting my boy.
Water. Need some water, brother. Water.
I know. I got my water.
Yeah, you got your water.
But I also got my
You got no damn.
Mountain Dew, man. I love this stuff. This thrashed apple is fire.
Yeah, he drinking vodka. Y'all messing around. Couch over here drinking vodka. Don't let him.
Like, I cannot do that. I just got appointed to first counselor in the bishopric. I don't think that's.
Oh man, congratulations.
Thanks, man. It happened on Sunday. I was actually teasing. Who was I teasing? I was teasing somebody about me getting fired for being second counselor. And I told him, I said, they frown upon people who get accused of cheating at card games. I was like, my wife threw that accusation up there, not knowing what would happen. And so, of course, I go, when I tweet this out or I send this out, people are looking at me as I get called up to the stand to stand up and say, thank you for my service. We're releasing him as a second counselor, whatever. So they're all freaking out and they're mad. They're just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. All over some card games. In a matter of seconds later, I get called to this first counselor position. And they're like, oh, he was messing with us. That was so wrong. Anyway, what did Brooks say about Mountain Dew? It's one of the worst things you can put in your body. Bro, come on now. We hating on Mountain Dew. What you got against Mountain Dew? Mountain Dew is fantastic. It's got great taste. It's only got like 160 calories in it. And it's not crazy caffeine. It's like 55 milligrams of caffeine. There's a lot of sugar. Okay, there is a lot of sugar. But you got to figure out how many Mountain Dews I have all the time. Like maybe 2 a day.
That's a lot of sugar, man.
But I work it off. I run it off. I work it off. I get it in.
To that gut, you ain't gonna be able to run it off soon.
I still got a 6, bro. I got a 6. I swear.
All right.
The count is low, but it's there.
I'm gonna have to see some workout videos on.
I ain't got no Sunday service, but I put a workout video. We get it in, bro. Like
I'm gonna have to see, bro. The list. Make sure y'all DM this man and make sure he puts a workout video on the gram and tag.
It's not just the guns, baby. It's not just the guns. It's the abs too.
I ain't say nothing about. I ain't say drinking the sugar gonna affect your arms. I said it's gonna hit the stomach, brother.
Yeah, I'm good. I swear. The abs is here. The abs is there, bro.
He holding tight.
Look, I'm sitting down now. When I'm sitting down, it might look a little, but I'm good. Bro.
Wilbur, you gotta hold that man to hold him. Y'all better hold him accountable. Lisa, hold him accountable. I need a workout video soon on the gram.
Oh yeah, we got to get you the smoke, bro. We had Cleveland on the schedule, man. We got to make sure you was here. So anyway, all right. So we're still in Pittsburgh. So we're looking at this Pittsburgh secondary here, and as far as their secondary, of course, they've got an amazing draft pick in the second round, which I was like, wow, I couldn't believe he got passed up. But Joey Porter Jr., man, it was just one of the guys that the Ravens were really high on. We were hoping that he would be there with an opportunity for us to draft him. Of course, we knew what we went with. We're still excited about Zay. Man, I can't wait to see that matchup of Zay versus Joey just to see how it would pan out. Brooke is hitting us.
It's funny. They both got drafted. Him and his father got drafted in the second round. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. I'm happy he went to Pittsburgh because I think that's like a dream come true, man. To play, forget the rivalry, to play the same place that my father played.
Absolutely. If he had came to Baltimore, it'd have been some type of bittersweet,
No, I'm sure he's true. If that's my son, he get drafted, I don't retire. I don't care who he playing.
Yeah.
He playing. That's who I'm rooting for. But
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if Cameron ends up playing for the daggone Steelers, this is gonna be a problem.
fan, you better be a Steelers fan.
It's gonna be a problem. I mean, we're gonna.
Nah.
Nah, I'm a Ravens fan, bro. You know, Cameron's just gonna have.
My son played for the Steelers. I'm like, well, it was a nice run. I'll talk to y'all soon because
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like,
my boy.
I would be rooting for him. I'll be rooting for him, but I'm still a Ravens fan. You know what I'm saying? I get a Ravens jersey. I'll go get a Steelers jersey with Cameron on it. But if he kind of bought him on.
Listen, I'll root for both. As long as my son playing in the league, or whatever team he playing for, I'm rooting for.
I'm gonna root for him to do well. It's just gonna be a struggle. I'll be torn. I'll be completely torn, bro.
Piece of work, boy. You a piece of work.
I'm gonna have him do like Eli Manning did. Just tell him, look, bro. You better not. Pittsburgh better not draft me, bro. You better not draft me. Or do like, was it John Elway? He said he would rather plunge tallest than play for Baltimore.
Who?
John Elway.
Because it was the Baltimore Colts and it was a problem back there. I don't know what the reason was, but he's so
Brooks right. Like, go to your game, go to his games and your Ravens. Yes, I would go to his game. No, I couldn't do it. I gotta support my boy. I would for the games that are not against the Ravens. I would be all in for my boy, and in the games that he played the Ravens, I probably still had to root for him. I'll be honest. It's a lot of love for my boy. That's my only one. So yeah, it'd be tough though. I still be a Raven at heart. It just you gotta root over there for that guy. All right. Anyway, going over to the secondary. So look, we got Keanu Neal coming from Tampa Bay. I think they picked up a really solid pick there to solidify that secondary that has Minkah Fitzpatrick, who is an absolute dog back there. I mean, we're just full on ball hawk, taking advantage of opportunities to get those picks and bait those quarterbacks. Levi Wallace, not really high on, but like I said, when it comes to Joey Porter, just watching the tape on him, he was just one of those phenomenal do-it-all type corners, and I don't think he's going to have the speed to keep up with Zay, but I am curious to see what that matchup's going to look like overall as far as the short game. And then, of course, Patrick Peterson, I think he's got a ton of talent. But he old now, bro. He is old. And I think when it comes to that oldness, them legs, they go once you hit them 30s, bro.
He just there to teach. Some legs don't always go. Ask Darren Green. Darren Green didn't get slow.
I think them legs about to go, bro.
Shoot. Deion didn't get slow. He just hurt his toe.
Yeah, now Deion still can run to this day. I don't know if you saw that episode where somebody came.
Yeah, I don't know if he can run anymore. They had to cut his big toe off.
I think this was after the toe surgery. Somebody was talking trash to him from a radio show.
This was recently?
Yeah. And so Deion, I think they put together some like funny skit where the dude came off the radio show to Deion's house. Deion opened the door and said, you want the smoke? And he's like, nah, come on outside. We're finna go raid. He's like, no, I'm gonna meet you around back. And he was like, are you gonna let me walk in your house? He was like, no, you come over here disrespecting. You walk around. He made him walk all the way around this dude's mansion to the backyard and still beat him.
This can't have been recent. How recent was this? Because he had the surgery last year at Jackson State.
I thought it was this. It was like recent. It was while I was deployed is when I saw the skit go down.
Was it his big toe or his pinky toe? I think it's one of the toes. Maybe he still got a big toe, but I think it's the pinky toe.
Yeah.
One of them had to be.
He was still flying though. But anyway, yeah, when it comes to speed, sometimes when you get older, Richard Sherman was one of the ones that, like, dude, he's a phenomenal corner playing zone. He's a phenomenal corner when he was younger, man to man. But now that he's older, them legs went. He can still play that zone, but them legs, they go, man. They go. Everybody ain't got that training regimen like you, bro. Sometimes they rely on that athleticism. They don't have that work ethic to go along with it to grab that speed coach to stay with their craft. And sometimes if you don't work on them, they just go. All right, so what does Wilbur say? He's got some new shade here. What does Lamar Jackson and your lower back have in common? They both give up when you need them the most. My lower back? Why my lower back? Why are you talking about my lower back, man?
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm handling some business. And what happened?
Wilbur came just start talking about my lower back. Like,
What happened? What
I'm
happened?
good. My lower back fine. He said, what does Lamar Jackson and your lower back have in common? They both give up when you need them the most. Oh boy. Anyway, Brooke hit us with the clock, and I didn't recognize it. How many teams did we get through? We got through like 5, right?
Huh?
We got through about 5 teams, right? Or
Wow.
yeah, right. So we got the.
We stopped on the best whooping that we had to give, and that was Cleveland.
That's true. That is true. All right, so we did.
It need to be given, and that was Cleveland.
Absolutely. So once we give Cleveland all the smoke, we're just going to end the show. On that note, we'll ignore the comments about the Steelers because we just want to concentrate on how much we're going to stomp a mud hole in Cleveland, because we love Wilbur so bad, And when that week comes around, I think if I'm out of church, I think we should live stream that game.
Won't be it.
Huh?
I won't be around the live stream. I usually watch the games with my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably live stream it. You can pop in on the comments or something on those lines.
Yeah.
We'll have some fun with it. I know Cameron will be excited about it because he'll be up and watching the games with me after church. So
Yeah.
be good. If not,
look on Cleveland. We'll make sure all the wives cooking some dinner. Make sure all the Cleveland Brown tell Deshaun and all his minions. Tell your wife I said to wear that dress and make my steak for me.
Oh my God. Said Brooke, he said Brooke said get out the paper bag. That's hilarious.
Brownie.
All right. Well, Brooke said it's time. So here we are. It's the home.
We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely, man. I thank every one of y'all. We are just excited to continue to have so many people in the room and just for us to have so much fun conversations. And let me get this daggone clock off because I cannot find out where I put it. I have to go physically find the clock to shut the clock off before I can go to the next part. But yeah, we're grateful. We really appreciate every single time we come on this show to have Engraving pop in, to have Wilbert here, to have Lisa's Loyalty, Delicious, to have Brooke, to have Big Ridge. Huh?
Big Ridge, salute. Ridge, have Brooke talking trash. Now I'm talking about I replaced her. I didn't replace you, Brooke. I only asked Lisa for one dinner. Not 10 like I've asked you for. I ain't getting there one. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want to give me some hot bag of Cheetos?
Yeah. Oh, so to have Nathan in the room, like I said, Big Reg, to having a deep. I mean, so many people. If I forgot your name, please know that I genuinely care about you and appreciate every last one of y'all in this room, and the fire that y'all bring each night is pretty fun. So Wednesday we'll continue with the rest of the schedule. Maybe we'll do a little bit deeper dive on some of those teams.
Hold on, bro. What and Greg you talking about that I watched Moesha?
Oh, you remember that light-skinned rapper from there? What you talking about?
I never watched it, but
from Moesha.
I never watched the show, but I remember.
Is that with Brandy in it, or Brandy's their star? Right?
I don't remember. I know it was a dude on there that I heard he used to rap, but I don't know his name. I know nothing about him, Engraved. I know who you talk. I vaguely know who you talking about, but I never watched the show. Don't tell me I look like him, Engraved. Is that where you was going with this?
He says you look just like him.
Oh, come on, Engraved. Here we go.
Yeah, with Brandy. Now we got to go look it up. I got to go look this up. Find out who this is. Rapper from Moesha. I'm gonna go look it up right now. Hold up, man. Rapper on Moesha.
I don't know what to do. I had comment a lot. Thank you, bro.
Bruh. Hold on. me see if I can pull this up, man.
I can look him up.
I just had it here. Hold up.
Fredro from Onyx? I don't look like that cat.
I think
Like
it's the bright skin and the smile, bro.
I look like Fredro. Fredro like 5'2". You better chill out in grade. He's from Fredro from Onyx, brother. I don't look like no dang old Fredro.
Dude, you should do that look for Halloween right there, bro.
Just disrespectful. Disrespectful in grade. Disrespectful in grade.
So now he looked like that dude from On Being Mary Jane.
Really?
I don't know. I gotta figure out who that is now.
I don't even know. I've never watched Mary Jane. Y'all got a piece of work.
I had to go. That's one I got to go find. That's funny. Oh well, we sit here. Like I said, we appreciative, man. We constantly, we falling off the couch from the love, bro.
For the love, all day.
Absolutely, man. Well, this is the home of Original Sports Perspective. From our couch to yours. It's your couch writer, Raven. It's my main man, Cam Rue, the legend. We say thanks for coming through. Make sure y'all take care of your people. Hug Ravens Nation. Right now, we're hurting a little bit, but we're going to hurt together. We're going to get through this. Shout out to Chuck. Rest in peace. And just make sure y'all taking care of one another, man.
One thing, y'all get a chance just to show support. I know y'all probably already went to watch the movie if y'all do like Fast and Furious. One of my well, he's not my teacher, but he's a very good close to one of my teachers, and he's a good friend of mine. His name is Diablo Frazier. He is the one who trained Ludacris for his fight scenes. So he did all the fight choreography for him and Tyrese. So, just to get out there and if you can't support him, support 52 Blocks, which is one of the styles that I study that's from here. It's the only really American martial arts style that's ever been born here. Everything else is from other countries. But you'll see Luda working a little bit of it. His name is Diablo Frazier. If y'all want to follow him on Instagram, I believe it's 52. It's 52 Thoughts. That's his name. That's what he goes by. But if you can, just go check the movie out, man. It's something to see. And I just want to, support him. Raven. Oh yeah, hold on.
Oh yeah.
Biggest game is officially over. I don't even want. Don't tell me, Greg. Don't tell me. My heart's already.
Ooh, all right, hold up, man. We gotta take that look right there. All right, let's see here. Let's experience this together.
He's been in all of them. He in the new one, but he's doing a fight scene, him and Tyrese, and he's doing the style called 52.
Oh, the Lakers is out.
I know it's gonna look here, man. You 3 under, it's over. Go ahead, you pack it up. We ain't being at 8th seed and you get all the way up there. I'm still proud of him, but yeah, But yes, Luda's in it, man. I just go check it out, and I get an opportunity, and if you can, like I said on Instagram, it's I believe it's 52 Thoughts. Yep, it's 52 Thoughts. You see gloves, him and Light Burley, both of them. Yeah. Hey, they wasn't real talk. Coming from being the 13th in the conference and making it all the way up to the 8th and even making it to the playoffs.
Yeah, because in February everybody thought they was out.
Yeah, so I'm proud of LeBron. Hopefully, if he gonna get one more chance, he may have one. But other than that, you just ride with it.
Hey, Graham said he thought the NBA was gonna step in and make a Lakers comeback. That's funny. He said Lakers getting swept. Prepare you for the Browns sweeping the red, bruh.
Oh, here we go.
Bruh. I need you to stop snorting the chili mac over there. I know you got like a line of freeze-dried chili mac. You don't chop it up with a mirror, and you just going with the chili mac.
Pass one time.
One more time. All right.
Go ahead, Will. Keep smoking that.
He on that sticky icky. Nowadays, he probably just got it in. They probably just stick the CBD in the chili mac. Nowadays, they just probably put it in there. They got the cannabis oils. They just pour on top of the chili mac, and they just eat it like that. It's a little out of hand. We're gonna pray for him. All right, folks. we gonna end it. We gonna end it right there.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all. You know, I'll give you 2 claps. Fade to black.
Salute.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.